All right, what's up, guys? It's Troy D. Welcome back to the channel. Troy D 24/7 Mall on point reviews all day, every day. Holy smokes, we're going to talk about women's perfume. Wow, we are really growing. All right, we're going to talk about women's perfume, and we're going to talk about one women's perfume that is probably talked about, and people are really wondering, maybe there's like a black hole of information. We don't know much about this fragrance. And this comes from the polarizing Jeremy fragrance. And this is none other than Day for Women and Night for Women. All right. This is a brand new 2020 release from Jeremy, Fragrance 1. And we're going to go through it today. I'm going to talk about the scent itself. I'm going to talk about the performance. I'm going to talk about, is it worth it? Is a girl gonna like this according to myself, my wife? And is this a great gift? Can I give this as a gift to my girlfriend, to my wife? If you're a guy watching this, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about, is it even wearable? Is it unisex even? Okay, is it worth the cost? We're gonna go hack it today. All right. So before I continue, we're gonna go hit the music. All right, we are back. Jeremy fragrance, Day and Night. Okay, so here are the bottles right here. All right, they're quite small compared to the Office for Men, as you can see, guys and gals. By the way, if we have any ladies here, write on the comments if you're a lady and you're watching this. I would love to know, because if that's the case, I'm gonna start reviewing women's perfumes as well. Okay, but a lot of the things I review are niche, so they're kind of unisex anyways. Okay, but if you would like to, if you're a woman, you want me to have a little feminine touch on the videos, you want me to talk about, is this applicable for women? Let me know in the comments. I'd be glad to oblige. Okay, so Day and Night for Women came out. The thing that really got everybody was the ridiculously high price, right? It was like 179 euros for one little bottle of this, and then two of these are like 290 euros, something crazy like that. And so I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go bite the bullet for everybody. I'm gonna go bite the bullet, and then I'm going to get it anyways, and I'm gonna test it out for everybody. Okay, so before anybody purchases it. So that's what I did. Just FYI on the shipping, Fragrance 1, pretty fast. Okay, I have to say, they shipped via UPS. Within maybe 2 days of processing, they shipped it out, and then I got it within another like 3 days. So maybe 5 days total, like one whole week. Less. We're talking about like business days. I was able to get it. So props on the shipping. Now the packaging, let's talk about it. Packaging's kind of whack on the boxes. Come on. Yeah. These are, they look like, those like toy boxes, it's almost like those little like toy boxes that you get, where you get like a Shopkins inside or something. I don't know. The boxes were kind of whack to me, but I didn't really care. The bottles themselves actually are the same as like the Office and Date. Okay, they're not as dark as you can see. It's more see-through, as you can see that, like right there. See, you can still see the level of the perfume on each of them. Okay. You can tell I already split these. All right. And by the way, this is also on my split list. If you're looking for this one, you want to get a taste of this one. Okay. So let's talk about this. So Jeremy fragrance, Office for Men, was a hit for me. Okay. First of all, I don't watch Jeremy. I just know that he accomplished a lot in the fragrance world, but I don't really follow. I don't watch him. I don't. The last thing I saw was like, he won an award. Okay, so I don't really watch him. I don't really follow him, and this really helps me because when I get these fragrances, it's like I don't have any preconceived notions. I don't hate him. I don't love him. It's just I get him and I just review them, right? And so Office for Men, was the first one I got by Alberto Morillas, who's like, he's a good perfumer. very good at all these mass pleasing perfumes, and I know this because I also reviewed Philip Plein, which is like a hated brand too. Like a lot of people hate Philip Plein, but I love the perfume. Okay, so Office for Men was a hit. I mean, I put myself on the shoes of like somebody that's going to work or somebody that's just a guy, and it's like it was such a win. Okay, now for Day and Night for Women, I'm not gonna put myself in the shoes of a lady, but of course, as a guy smelling this on a lady. So I want to thank my wife, who was the test subject for Day and Night for Women. And FYI, my wife, although we are married with kids, we are kind of retired socialites. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of retired socialites. So, I mean, and I'm just humbly speaking, but, when we were younger, yeah, I mean, we did everything. You know what I mean? Like, we did a lot of really cool stuff when we were younger, before we had kids and everything. And so, we're looking at it from that perspective. If you're a girl, you're active, you're cool, you got a lot of things you're doing, you're social. We're looking at it from that perspective. All right. So let's talk about the differences. So basically, Day and Night for Women, if you look at the notes, there's only one difference between the two. Okay, so the only difference is that Day right here has osmanthus, which is described by Jeremy on his website. It's kind of like an apricot scent, apricot scent. And then the rest is basically the same, which is benzoin and jasmine. Okay, so they just basically put 3 notes in these. That's it. And you gotta wonder, like, why is it like that? Like, why is it like not as sophisticated as like the multi notes of like the niche perfumes? Well, that's because I'm pretty sure that at this point, Jeremy has kind of like they've done their research, and the market is kind of like not the niche heads or not the people that are hacking the notes, and it's more like just, does it smell great or not? That's basically what the market is, I believe, for this. And they're just gonna sneak in that expensive price to see who's gonna buy it, right? AKA me, but I'm reviewing this though. You know what I'm saying? So I tested both. Okay, so my wife, upon first sniff, okay, she was like, "This is nice. Smells good." And my wife is very simple when she says things. She doesn't need to like hack it. She'll just be like, "This smells good." Okay. So automatically I was like, "That's great." I was like, can I spray it on you? Can I spray it on you and test it on you? So she kind of like sprayed it. Well, she's kind of like, "Is this mine?" I was like, "Well, it's kind of yours." So I sprayed it on her, and typical same Jeremy fragrance performance. Huge sillage right there. And like I said, the difference is the apricot. So on the Day, you're gonna get that apricot smell, very juicy, citrusy apricot smell, very fruity actually, very fruity apricot smell, and it's a zing. It's like that's the difference between the Day and the Night. The Day has that zing that really like tells you, oh, this is a daytime scent, and it's very prominent, I would say, and you can really smell the difference on that. Okay, but after that, which is probably, when I say after that, we're looking at maybe like 2 hours 30 minutes. After 2 hours and 30 minutes, really the base, which is basically the benzoin and the jasmine, basically come out, right? Which is a wonderful kind of like that sweet, kind of like vanillic type scent, that comes out, and if you're familiar with jasmine and benzoin, I mean, it's not hard to imagine them put together, you know what I mean? And that's basically Night for Women. Okay, so Night for Women is that without the apricot, without the osmanthus smell. So basically with Night, you really feel like it's a night perfume, because once you spray it, it's like, oh, you have that warm, comforting benzoin feel, which is, yeah, I mean, that's very night-like. And then you've got the jasmine, which provides a very femme-like scent. Okay? So, that's the difference. So basically, these are not really two different fragrances if we're talking about production. It's the same thing. And then just with this, they just added like one more ingredient to change things. Okay? But they're pretty much the same when it comes to the dry down. It's very, very similar. Well, because of the ingredients. Okay, but make no mistake, day really feels like day because of the osmanthus, and night really feels like night because it's more benzoin based. All right. Now, what does it smell like from my perspective? Well, like me smelling my wife, I thought that it smelled good. I thought it smelled yummy, almost gourmandish in some way. Okay. I was sniffing this, and she said that it smelled like Escada, which I don't know. I don't know women's designer perfumes, but she said it smelled like an Escada. I don't know what that is. And for me, like, I know that, and she said this. She said that, you know what, like, these perfumes like remind me of, like, when I was younger, like those types of scents that when I was younger. And so this kind of confirms to me that, with women's perfume, like a lot of women really love sort of like that vanillic scent. Maybe they smell yummier. I don't know, right? But, just a quick side story, like I was once out with my friends, and we had a friend which is like, she's like an attractive lady, and a lot of guys are after her. Anyways, this was when I just got into the whole like perfume thing, like reviewing, right? And so I wanted like real life data. So, it might have been awkward, but I asked her, and I was just like, you wear perfume? Do you bring perfume to the club or something? And then she actually like, pulled out a perfume from her bag, and it was a Givenchy. Again, I don't know what it was, but it was a Givenchy. And she just like gave me like a test spray on my hand, and it smelled like vanilla, right? It was such a vanilla smell, and I was like, oh my gosh! I was like, this is yummy, and she was like, well, that's because I want guys to eat me, or something like that. She said something like that, and I was just, all right, fair enough. But she was carrying it in her purse. Okay, so ladies, do you ladies wear perfumes? Do you bring your perfume to the club? I don't know, but she did, and it was very vanillic scent. And I guess, you could say Jeremy and company, maybe they did their research and they came to the conclusion like, hey, the women that are out there, they got an active type of lifestyle. This benzoin jasmine combo might be what they are looking for, and so that's why it smells good. I mean, even for me, like, it smells yummy when I, smell it on my wife, but that could be biased as well, but it does smell good. Okay, it does smell good. I mean, projection is just like the Jeremy fragrances. There is some good sillage to it, good projection, and it's quite okay. Now the thing is, guys, I think that the point here is the cost. Is this gonna be like worth it? And I mean, I'm not familiar with women's scents. But if this is the same as like maybe like a designer scent in terms of pricing, then this would be okay, right? I mean, and the thing is, Jeremy always drops these wicked like TikTok codes. He spins, and then there's a TikTok code, and then there's like a huge discount. So I think that like retail, I don't think it's worth, but I think that if he did the TikTok 60, TikTok 30, he did any type of like discounts like that, I think that this is fine, because I don't think, I mean, this is not for the women that are like frag head, geeks, like really trying to hack everything and like, oh, this note that. This ain't for that, okay? This is just for the active women that just wants to smell good. That's it. And so if money was not an object, would I still buy this? No. But if you gave me a TikTok code, 30 or 60 or something like that, I would definitely buy this if I was that kind of woman. I mean, I would suggest that for that kind of woman, okay? But otherwise, yeah, I mean, pleasing, nice, basically the same thing with the added apricot osmanthus scent, zinger on the daytime. But otherwise, it's okay. If I had the code, I think it's worth it, okay? That's it, guys. So that is my review on Day and Night for women. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, don't forget to join our giveaway, because our giveaway basically has what? We're giving away a 10 ml decant. Okay, well, basically it's 5 and 5. I'm going to give a 5 ml decant of each on our giveaway. Make sure you watch that and you follow the directions on the giveaway, because you might win on July 20th. Okay? And follow our Instagram for our Instagram for splits, because that is where we split some of these things. If you don't know what a split is, follow me and message me there. I'll explain it. Okay. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Again, this is Troy D. Don't forget to subscribe because we're gonna come out with more bangers all day, every day. Okay. So until then, guys, peace out.